All right, this is the Infatuation Podcast where we... Actually, do you guys want to do the read?
You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I feel like do you want us to do it?
You want to try?
Okay, let me try and see if you like it.
Let me switch your name around here. Wait,
I feel like I'll read that. I'm Curtis. Okay, this is the Infatuation Podcast, where we get together with a few friends to talk about Asian things and Asian people that we love. I'm Nathan, and on today's episode, we are making our way through the wonderful entertainment world of K-pop.
Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our episode on K-pop. We'll get back to it in a minute, but I want to share a couple listener comments that we've gotten. One of our most faithful listeners, Rebecca, wrote in and she listened to our travel episode and said that Singapore is a must visit, so we gotta add that to our list of places to visit. And, you know, she has a baby that was born in 2020, and she said that, yeah, these poor kids born in 2020 haven't been anywhere. So she's ready to get her son out into the world when it's safe to do so. So thanks for writing in, Rebecca. And John wrote in. Good to hear from him again. And he mentioned that he liked the chemistry we had on our food episode. So thanks for that. You can tell that Kelly, Mandy, and I are friends, so sometimes we get guests together that don't know each other real well, but yeah, so that was a fun episode to do, and I'm happy to say Kelly, Mandy, and I are getting back together for another episode. I think this time we're going to do, stealing this idea from YouTube, but we're going to do celebrity ramen recipes, and we're going to try them out, and we'll pick our favorite ramen hack that we found on the internet, so that'll be a fun listen. So and John's been helping me brainstorm some ideas, so thanks for that, John. Shout out to Bobby's mom. That's her username, and she gave us feedback on our stories, and so you guys can do the same. If you are not following us on our Instagram account, please do so. You're missing out. You get to see behind the scenes look. You get reminders of upcoming episodes. Why are you laughing, Nathan? But yeah, follow us on Instagram. Are you guys even following us on Instagram? Come on, Nathan.
Of
Come on,
course.
He's adding right now.
I've always followed it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
no, Flores is original. She's an original follower. But you get the full Infatuation Podcast experience if you come along on the Infatuation Podcast and follow us. You get a lot of... We're going to do polls on there. We'll do stuff like, who's your favorite K-pop band on our Instagram, so you can chime in and be part of the show. We're going to do a segment that we do here on the Infatuation Podcast called Asians Being Awesome. And I actually have a new jingle. My friend Brian, shout out to Brian, he wrote a little jingle for us. So here it is, our Asians Being Awesome jingle. Asians being awesome.
Oh, that's really cute.
That's really cute, right? All right, thank you, Brian, for writing that for us. This week's Asians Being Awesome, I'm going to shout out two sisters, Jessica and Crystal Chung. They are Asians Being Awesome. They were born in, you know what? You guys know why I'm going to shout them out. They were born in San Francisco. Their parents moved to San Francisco in the 80s, so Jessica was born in 89, Crystal born in 94. Not too far from you guys' age, right? Mm-hmm. And then the story goes that they were just on a vacation back in Korea in around 2000, so they were 11 and like 6 years old. And some guy, one of these talent scout guys, was walking through the mall, so they were in some mall in South Korea, and some SM entertainment guy was walking by and said, "Hey, your daughters are lovely. Would they like to be stars someday?" You know, and I think their parents were a little skeptical, like, "Yo, get away from my kids." but they
should be.
As you should be, right? When anyone says, "Oh yeah, your kids are really good looking," but they got the card from the guy and they called him back, and it turns out he was legit. And they waited a little bit to think it over, but then eventually they moved the whole family back to Korea so that Jessica could get started with her trainee days. And so she became a trainee with SM for 7 years. So she was like 11. I think Crystal was too little. She was like 6. So she waited a while. So Jessica started training and eventually joined the launch of a girls band called Girls' Generation or SNSD. And they totally blew up, right? And so in the mid 2000s, 2007, 2008, they really became what was called the nation's girls group. They kind of set the sound too for a whole generation of girls bands. The poppy sound, the look, the identical outfits, the fandom, they really kind of set the mold for the next dozen years, I think. And so Jessica was part of them, and then Crystal joined later. She kind of did more ads, like TV ads as well as other ads. And then so she joined SM when she was 12, so 5 or 6 years later, and she became part of a band called FX. And they kind of had a different sound, right? Florence or Nathan, you have anything on FX? They weren't the bubblegum pop, right? They were a little more techno.
Yeah, more techno, electric feel, whereas SNSD was just more girly,
poppy,
yeah,
totally poppy, totally fun. But yeah, so FX did okay as well. But
okay.
Then 2014 rolls around, and it's kind of, I don't want to say scandalous, but it was a big deal, right? Where SM, depending on who you ask, I think from Jessica's point of view, SM asked her to leave, so she basically got kicked out of Girls' Generation. And we don't know exactly why, but this also coincided with, she started a clothing line called Blanc and Eclair, and she was kind of doing some other stuff, and it made it sound like SM wasn't super happy about that, because the schedule was getting difficult, because she was always busy doing stuff. And so they, from what it sounds like, they kind of asked her to leave. And then being a good sister, right? Crystal and Jessica started a reality show. They kind of just walked around Korea, and they ended up touring America and speaking English and Korean, and they did a little reality show for a while. And then FX started to fade, and Crystal started doing more dramas, and really has taken off in the drama world. And I think is known probably more for her dramas than her K-pop days. She did Prison Playbook, she did The Player, and Search in 2020, and she has a new one coming out called Crazy Love. Haven't heard much about it, but she's really doing well on her dramas. So the Asians being awesome this week are the Chung sisters, who are, they're fine without K-pop. I think Jessica's done some solo stuff, but they'll be just fine without K-pop and SM. So I think they both left SM now, so they're kind of doing their own things, different agencies now. But shout out to our San Francisco's own K-pop stars, Jessica and Crystal. Do you guys like them at all? You guys follow them?
I mean, I personally don't follow them to that extent. I mean, like, I kind of followed them when they did music. And like you said earlier, FX was so short-lived. I felt like it was, you literally heard them, like, their few songs that they did, and then after that, they just dropped. Like, you never heard from them again.
Yeah, I think like 2016 or something was their last song. But yeah, what's fun about them is you'll hear them speaking Korean and they sound totally like, Korean pop stars. But then when they speak English, they sound like people we would know, right? They just sound like, because they're your age, right? They're around your age, and they're just kind of like people that talk like Californian women would sound like, young women would sound like. So it's kind of fun.
sorry, it just sounds like a little old. Like when you're like, yeah, like California young women's photography.
Not like me, Californian young women. Yeah, that did come out kind of awkward. Because I always want to say girls, so I catch myself from saying, "Oh, they sound like girls," but I don't know. Is that derogatory? I mean, they're like
I feel
30
like that's
now.
also like a microaggression. It could
Yeah.
be.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so I try not to call them girls, but I'm tempted to because they come across as young sounding. But yeah, so I try not to call people girls, but. So yeah, Asians being awesome. Jessica and Crystal Chung, more power to you. Hope they have long careers. All right, let's get back into some more K-pop. And for y'all, I have a K-pop quiz. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hopefully it's multiple choice.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, no, not trying to embarrass you, just for fun. All right, just for fun. First question: can you name 3 bands with a color in their name? 3 bands with a color in their name.
Like, okay, I'll let Flores. Are we gonna go at the same time or like?
You could alternate.
Okay,
whatever.
I'll start first. I think Red Velvet.
Yeah.
Red
That was
Velvet.
the one that I thought
Yeah,
of.
me too.
Flores, your favorite.
Oh, BlackPink.
Oh, BlackPink. Duh.
BlackPink. Yeah.
Oh, A-Pink.
All right, now the
A-Pink.
Oh.
A-Pink, yeah. And the other one I had was Orange Caramel. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have it.
And there's a new band called Purple Kiss.
Oh, I've heard about that. I've actually
Okay.
heard about
But you did well. You did well. All right. Next one. I think this is also. I don't know how good my information is, but I'm gonna name a band. You tell me how many members they have.
Oh.
All right. Now again.
that. He starts with 17. I go.
I know.
17.
Well, see, that's the thing is, are they 17? Are they? Right? Okay, ready. Should we start small or start big? Let's start
Let's go small.
kind of small.
Let's build up to it.
All right, let's go with Top Dog.
Oh. 5?
I was also gonna say 5.
I have 13.
Oh,
No.
Are they?
she's like
No.
she's like googling it right now. Like,
I think I went on
Oh.
Wikipedia.
No. I think you are right.
All right, stumped you. So, all right, here's one. I think you got this
Oh.
one. Do you say IOI or how do you say this band?
IOI.
IOI.
IOI has a lot of members too.
A lot. These are all big. These are
I
all
want to
big.
say 11.
They're all double digits. They're all.
Oh, they're
yeah,
all
you
double digits. Oh, I
Yeah.
would go. Oh, let me change it then.
I know.
16. 16.
Oh. 11.
Oh, I was
11.
Yeah.
I was like, I think it's 11, but then like, oh,
You doubted
I doubted
yourself.
myself. I thought
All right,
it.
you
and
ready?
then-
Let's go 2 more. We'll go Luna.
Oh, that's also a big group.
I think it's
That's another
14.
A little less.
I want to say 10.
Right in between you two. They're 12.
Oh.
All right, now this one I think has changed kind of recently, but NCT,
Oh,
they're huge.
they're huge. I never know the exact number.
Yeah, I know. I just see a lot of heads, and I go,
Yeah.
oh,
I want
A
to
lot of
say
dudes.
18.
I think it's bigger.
bigger?
Yeah, it's a
What,
lot.
21?
Yeah, I think it was 21. I think they might even be up to 23 if you count everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Subgroups.
subunits.
Yeah, the subunits. Yeah. But yeah, that was hard. All right, this one will be easier for you. You ready? I'm going to give you a name and you tell me if it's a stage name or their real name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I feel
All
like
right.
you would know this better.
All right. Now, everyone out there, forgive me my pronunciations, all right? Gio from Twice.
Oh, that's her real name.
You think?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Her actual real name is Jisoo.
Oh.
So that's a stage name. All right. Boa. Real name or stage name?
Stage name.
That's her real name.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yeah, she's a
Damn.
boa.
Making me question
All right.
everything I
I
know.
Everything. Don't worry, I'll get into more bands you know. Hold on. Momo from Twice. Real
Oh,
name,
that's her
stage
stage
name.
name. I hope.
That
It's her real name, isn't it?
is her real
Oh, yeah.
name in
Okay.
Japanese. Yeah.
See,
in
I
Japanese.
actually know these people. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't actually know them, but these are people I actually listen to, which is really funny.
Oh man! All right, how about Yura from Girls' Day, or Yura?
Real name.
I would say stage name.
That is her stage name. Her real name is Ayang.
Are we keeping tallies points? I mean, I think
I don't know. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. All right.
I think I got 2.
Pak Bom from 21.
Real name.
Real name.
That is real name. Yeah, that's real name. Now this is, I don't know if this one counts. Jin Jin from Astro.
Stage name, technically, I think.
Real name?
Yeah, see, that's kind of, his real name is Jin Woo.
But isn't that like a nickname?
Yeah, so I think you can go either way on that one. His real name is Jin
I
Woo,
think
but Jin Jin.
that's a point for me, I think.
That's
I mean,
a win,
if
I
you
think.
really got at the point, you would have said, "Oh, that's like nickname."
Yeah, nickname,
Yeah.
but yeah. All right, Wan Woo.
Real name.
Real name.
Real name. Vernon.
Real name.
Oh, that's his real name. I was
Yeah.
gonna say stage name.
He's born in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has a Korean name too, but it's something like, it's like Che, what's his last name? It's Che Vernon something.
Yeah,
But Vernon is his given. He was. It's on his birth certificate. Vernon is.
Oh, Vernon.
All right, last one. Taeyong from
Taeyong.
Big Bang.
No.
It's not.
That's a stage name.
Oh.
Yeah. Young Bae is his real name.
I'm
Wow.
telling you, I just listened to them. I don't know them. It's,
Yeah. No, you wouldn't know. How would you know?
yeah, I don't know them personally.
All right. Well, I'll give you 3 out of 5 stars on that.
I think Flores killed it. I would have gave her 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, 3.5.
Just slightly better.
Yeah,
Slightly better.
I think slightly better. She did it.
Well, that was just for fun. I mean, it is hard to keep up with all this stuff, right? It is hard to keep up with it. All right, so we're back into our challenges. This week's challenge, last week we talked about entry-level bands or kind of gateway bands, recommendations for noobs. But now you could get a little deeper on this or whatever you want. Do you have a band you would recommend that puts you in a mood? You can pick whatever mood you want, but do you have a band that you listen to that helps you get in a certain mood, or just somehow you associate with a certain mood? Let's see. Let's go with Nathan first this time.
I feel like, what if we went like through the moods and then we like went through the songs?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That could be a way to do it.
Yeah.
How about when you're feeling happy? What band puts you in a happy mood? When you just pop it, when it comes up on your playlist, you're like, oh, I'm feeling good now.
There's just so many songs. I'd maybe say Honestly by Eric Nam.
Oh, for me, I guess recently BTS's Permission to Dance.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Let's listen to those.
Do
So,
they have your permission to dance?
Nathan, you got a song from Eric Nam?
Honestly, yeah.
Which one?
The song is called Honestly.
Honestly.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, did you mean like, oh, honestly, I...
you're like, honestly? I was like, yeah, tell me what song you want. Honestly, I want your honest opinion. That was funny.
부담스러웠지 넌 점점 더 빈틈없이 짜여진 스토리처럼 헤어지자 그 한마디가 잔인한 거겠지 입을 열어도 다시 삼키고 왜 못 뱉는 건지 널 사랑은 하지만 조금 지친 거야 상처를 주기가 너무 두려운 거야 착한 게 아냐 날
Now, I've heard some interviews with him, and he's just a fun guy, too, right? Isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's adorable, I think. He also did like a skincare routine. Like, I think a lot of the interviews he does is really cute, very like, very grounded, very personal, and like very likable.
Yeah. And English or Korean. You can go either way. All right. Yeah, I could see how this would put you in a good mood. How about you, Flores? What did you say for your band?
BTS Permission to Dance. At least right now.
Yeah, it does vary, right? Certain moods, certain times in your life. Is this a new song? Is this?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard it.
We can listen to it together.
The first reaction right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like we're calling and rolling like we're dancing fools We don't need to worry Just when we go we know how to land Don't need to talk
Do they have a music video for all their songs, like every single song?
No, just mostly the title songs.
The hits, okay. Because their music videos are like films, like the quality on these are like films. All right, biases, Nate.
I think I like RM.
My bias is Jimin.
I don't know them well enough to have a bias.
It's okay.
Who's the one guy who speaks English though? Is
RM.
Yeah.
RM. All right.
His hair was a little too neon here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys seen the clip where they go on the late night show, and they did the carpool karaoke?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
Yeah, they came up, and I like the way they're like, oh, how'd you learn English? And he's like, oh, I watch Friends, and then the guy in the back is like, I watch Friends too, and I still don't know English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been on Jimmy Fallon a lot too. They're like, there was one, like this is years ago, but they were on Jimmy Fallon, and he had them all do the Fortnite dances. Like they're always a fun time. They're always fun to have
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, you know, growing up as an Asian male, there were not a lot of, I mean, sex symbol is kind of a strong word, but there were not a lot of guys that girls liked, you know, like Asian men that...
Hey, really?
When I was growing up?
I mean, wasn't there like Raymond Lam, Edison Chen?
But even that was after my time, right? So,
okay.
So yeah, there were some HK. Yeah, there's always been some HK folks, but that wasn't mainstream, you know. That was kind of. But now, I mean, you can even see, you know, like I said, folks in Texas, folks in Iowa, you know, saying, "Oh, these guys are so good looking," or "These guys are really handsome," you know, and that's different than when I was a kid. You know, you never heard the word handsome and Asian male in the same sentence, right? But now these guys have almost defined beauty for men, you know, like they have set the stage for Asian men to be considered attractive or handsome, you know, or whatever word you want to use to describe them.
I think there's still controversy with that. Like, wasn't there the new movie, the new Marvel movie, Shang-Chi? A lot of Shang-Chi, sorry, I actually didn't watch the movie yet, but I saw on Twitter people were still making comments about how he's not attractive, and it's so odd. Yeah, I was just like, wow, it's like, but we're still having struggles.
Yeah,
to find.
No, I'm not saying we're there, but it's better than when I was a kid, right? My generation, we had Bruce Lee, you know? Jackie Chan, you know, like, I mean, it was never,
Jackie
you know,
Chan.
if you didn't know martial arts or, you know, if you weren't in Hong Kong, you just never heard male and attractive and Asian in the same sentence. Yeah. All right. But yeah, BTS, man, how can you go wrong recommending BTS to someone? I still need to dig in a little deeper. I know the ones that have come out recently, but I haven't gotten back. They have, how many songs do they have? Hundreds of songs?
They have a lot of songs.
Yeah,
They have
there's a lot I don't know about them.
There's a lot. Do you guys have a favorite?
Ooh, very hard for me to just choose one.
Okay. Okay. If you had to pick a song from your top 10, like, just to say.
I really like Magic Shop or Butterfly. Those would be my top two.
Butterfly is really good. I was gonna say Euphoria or Butterfly. I would like the same comment back for us that I had a really good idea.
Yes, good idea.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good song
Solid
choice.
pick, Nate. Solid
Good
pick.
song choice.
Yeah, I don't have one. I got to dig deeper. You guys got to make me a playlist on Spotify, and I'll
Like of just BTS?
or whatever. Yeah, give me your X.
Actually, we already have. I think we both have Spotify playlists.
All right. Yeah. Hey, let's be friends.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Rejected. All right. See how it is. I see how
Here,
it
I'll
is.
drop the link for you. How
right,
do I share
thanks.
this?
Okay, let's see. Next mood. Pick a mood next.
Gymming.
Gymming.
What?
Workout.
Yeah, gymming.
Like,
You know when you're in the
Okay.
workout.
Yeah. Got
I
it.
know we
Okay.
haven't done that in a while, but it's just
Yeah. We can think about it, though. We can think about it.
ooh.
All right. If we were going to work out, who would you pick for hitting the gym?
Ooh.
I feel like I know some of them there, but it might change.
I know what we're thinking of, but
Yeah. Did it change?
I'll just say it. When Nathan and I were going to the gym a lot back in 2019, I really liked working out to Chungha's snapping.
Another American transplant,
Yes.
right? From Texas. Super dancer, right? She's kind of really known for her dancing. I mean, her music is very, what would you say, savage? I mean, it's very aggressive.
A little bit, yeah.
What's your baby hater love? 네가 가는 길에 drop me off. 가볍게 take it off. 오늘 밤이 가기 전에 밀어내. Snapping, snapping. 손 눈을 가리고. Snapping, snapping. 지친 맘을 던지고. 비틀대는 몸짓으로 전진 너랑 치더라도. Snapping, snapping. I won't let you go.
She's another one that I would say could be a pop star in America.
Oh, definitely,
you know,
100.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
She's got it all. She's beautiful.
And she's been doing collabs with 88 Rising the last
yeah, I
few
heard of
years
that,
too.
Yeah. No, yeah, she can do it all. But yeah, she comes off as really aggressive in her videos and stuff. But I've seen interviews with her too, and she's just a sweetie. You know, like she's just really nice. No, this would be a good workout. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Do I have one? I was gonna say, for multiple moods, you could go with Red Velvet because they have kind of their pop side. You know, they have bouncy songs. You could work out to Red Velvet if you want.
Oh, which song?
Like which song?
Yeah, I thought it was which song.
Oh, we're just going one song?
I thought we were doing one song. I didn't know we were doing the whole artist.
Okay.
Like, I thought it was that one song for, workout or one song for...
You know what? There's no rules here, Nathan. You can do whatever you
No,
want.
okay.
You can pick a song. Are you calling foul on me though?
I kind of, yeah.
All right. I'll go with Russian Roulette.
Uh-huh.
To
that's a
put
good
me in
one.
a good mood or to work out. I think either way, you could go with that one. I think it's a really, really popular song and was kind of jumped on the map a little bit with TikTok, right? Even though it wasn't their challenge, the move from the Russian Roulette video blew up on whose challenge was it? It was the other girl from Luna. Was it one of the girls from Luna?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not too much of a TikTok, but I know I brought it up, but...
But yeah, so anyway, Russian Roulette's it's a super fun video to watch. So I always picture the video, I guess, when I hear the song. All right, playing by your rules, I'll go with Russian Roulette by Red Velvet to work out.
I think Twice has some really good upbeat songs. I think Feel Special is probably one of my workout songs.
Yeah. That's another band. The same girl that introduced me to BlackPink is also a once. Like she also is in their fandom, which is I don't know. Is that controversial? Can you like BlackPink and Twice at the same time? Is that possible?
Yeah,
Yes,
why not?
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, good. So they're fun. They're super fun to watch. I don't know. Is this shady to say? But their music is more fun. Like it's not the best music.
I mean, that's an opinion. We're able to have opinions. I mean, your
Okay,
opinion may be wrong, but you can have that. But you can keep your opinion. I'm just kidding. I think I would agree. Their music is fun. It's upbeat. I mean, but it gets a little one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I don't think. I don't know. Just leave it at that, right? They're fun to listen to. Their videos are neat to watch. Just seeing, what is it, 9 women doing their tight moves. This is always pleasing to the eye, and their personalities and interviews always seem great. So yeah, Twice is another band. You're saying feel special. I'm gonna say What Is Love would be the song that I would hit the treadmill with.
Mine would be Dance the Night Away.
Yeah.
다른 공기처럼 이 순간이 특별한 행복을 놓치지 마. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Do it all. 날아갈 때 춤추러 가. Hey, let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 저 바다 건너 들릴 때 소리 질러. Let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. You and
Another
me.
solid one. All right, let's go with. How about when you're feeling a little blue or sad or moody in that sense, kind of lonely-ish? I gotta think hard about this one too.
Oh, I've been really liking Lee Hi's Holo.
Oh yeah, she is a mood.
Yeah.
But what a voice, though. When you look at her, you would not expect that voice to come out of her at all.
햇빛을 쬐고 숨 쉬어봐도 쉽지는 않네요. One day it will start. And I'm gonna stop crying, stop feeling, stop thinking about you, my baby. 이제 그만 울 거야, 나 올 거야, 나를 더 아껴줄 거야. And I'm gonna stop. 쟤보다 내가 나보다 쟤가 난 게 중요한가요?
And she started when she was young.
She was another competition one, right? Didn't she
Yes. I
win? She
think
didn't even
was-
win. She came
She
in
was
second.
also K-pop star. She was just season 1, and then Akumu was season 2.
Wow, that show.
Yeah.
And all the big folks are on there. Like JYP is one of the judges, right? And like, they have all the big producers on that show. So yeah, that show is. I mean, it's kind of a formula now, right? It's like, Twice was formed by a show. They had a show called 16, I think is what it was called, and it was a reality show, and then they formed the band Twice out of that show, and Twice just blew up because it had kind of the built-in fandom, right? When you watch these folks growing up on the show, literally before your eyes, and then you kind of become fans of them before they're even debut. How about you, Nathan? You got a band or a song that gets you in the kind of a sultry mood?
Or some B, I'd probably say Heaven by Alice, I think, or Elise, or yeah. It's
Ailee?
yeah, Ailee. I'm sorry, Ailee. I was like, why did I add a C there? I just like it. It's like a song that like my ex showed, so it gets me a little like simpy wimpy sometimes.
Okay.
Ailee has an amazing.
Oh, very beautiful. Yeah.
Speaking of voices, yeah. She's kind of like the Adele of Korea.
Oh
right?
yeah.
내가 네 곁에 있음을 감사해.
Oh, she looks so cute.
And she speaks English really well. What's her
She's also
story?
from the U.S.
For that mood, I'm gonna go back to what Flora said before. I'm gonna go with Punch with the Goblin soundtrack, but especially that song.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that whole soundtrack is super moody. but yeah, that song. What was it called again?
Stay with me.
Stay with me. Yeah. All right. They're good picks. Solid picks, Nate. Solid picks, Floris.
Thank you. I think your picks are amazing as well.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you. All right, we're just going free for all on this last challenge. Or did you have more moods that you wanted to pick on the?
Not that I mean, I know there are more moods than workout, happy, and sad, but I can't think of anything at the moment.
Yeah, and we've mentioned a lot of bands that could be
Yeah.
fit in that category. Like, BlackPink has some great songs for if you're in a mood. But okay, wildcard pick. You can pick anything, anyone, any song that you want to choose. Let's start with Floris this time. Anyone that we haven't mentioned so far that people need to know about this band.
Oh.
Someone we haven't mentioned. Let me think of a newer band.
Oh, okay.
that I might have been listening to. Let's see. Oh, Treasure. I've been really liking Treasure.
Okay.
Also a YG group.
What's their song that you would pick? There's I Love You.
Yeah, I Love You's pretty up there. Yeah, we can do that.
76 million views. It's hard to get your head around that, right? How many views that is? That's a lot of views.
너 없이 난 아무것도 못해 내가 바보 같아 보이겠지 yeah. 심장이 너 없인 뛰질 못해 머리부터 발끝까지 모두 다 사랑해 널 사랑해 I'm loving you loving you love you 널 사랑해 널 사랑해 I'm loving you loving you love you 잠깐의 부식은 퍼졌어 절대로 벗어나지만 내 frame 부피가 커지는 감정이 100% 너로 차올라 내 품에 come on
Yeah, so did they debut in 2020?
I believe so, yeah. Either 2020 or late 2019.
How do you guys hear new K-pop? Do you go on, are you on any groups or any forums or?
No, I got into them from YG was doing they were doing a few survival shows in 2019. So this was one of the groups that debuted from it.
I usually just hear it from like friends or YouTube.
Yeah. I have Spotify recommends songs, so sometimes I'll just click on the daily mix and
But I feel like sometimes they just play the same songs you just listen to.
They do. Yeah, they do. But once in a while, a new one will pop up.
I like the Discover Weekly function on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are always new songs for me.
Yeah. All right. Treasure.
Yeah.
That's cool. How many guys are here? There's a lot of guys here.
Yeah.
They're like, are they over double digits?
Yeah, double digits. I believe 13.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of them.
12, I think. One of them
12.
left, so 12.
It's so hard to come up with a fresh sound nowadays because it seems like we were talking about this before. Like everything's been done, right? So it's kind of hard to stand out now after these mega hits.
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of different from what YG usually does. Very like dancey.
Dance oriented.
Yeah, and I would say more good-looking members than usual and like a bigger group because YG usually has smaller groups like from 4 to 6 usually. But this is definitely a bigger group and I think it's to attract more fans.
I can see that.
The more the merrier, right?
Now, do these guys all live together? Like when they first start out, they're all trainees, right? And they're all kind of in a dormitory kind of thing. But once they debut, are they still living together?
It depends, but most of them do live together.
I think they do want some control, right?
Yeah, I think even with groups like BTS, I think they might still live together, or like up till a couple years ago, they still lived together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's kind of for their protection too, right? Because they need
True, true,
security.
true. But I wonder, like, if they have a bigger group, I don't know if you guys know, but do they make less money individually?
Maybe.
I think so, just because I think it just depends how much revenue
Oh,
your
true, true,
group
true.
brings in,
Yeah.
and then the agency has to take in a percentage, and then it splits between them.
Surprise, the agency takes a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the agency loses a lot of money on some of these trainees too, right? They just
Make
never.
hmm
But they live there. They get sponsored for like 7 years, and it's tough. It's tough on both, right? There's obviously trainees that train for a long time and don't ever debut,
hmm
which would be crushing, I would think.
Oh, I think that would be, yeah. You literally lose your whole childhood.
Yeah.
Some folks train for 10 years, right?
Mhm.
Some folks, and then sometimes they just put them right in the band right away. It's like, oh, like 1 year.
Yeah. It just depends. There's no set rule for that. It's just
I
whatever.
think the chemistry is a big factor.
hmm
Yeah, I think the women from BlackPink didn't train very long, right? They were kind of.
I think Lisa was a little bit newer, or Jenny was there for a long time. I know that for sure. She was there
She
for a
was a
couple of
little
years
longer.
now. But Rose and Lisa were newer.
So you can see that on YouTube. There's a couple like, what's life like for a trainee, and sometimes it seems pretty idyllic. Everything's paid for, and you're living with a bunch of cool people. But then sometimes it seems pretty horrific. It's like you train, you get injured, or for some reason you're overweight by their standards. And you're just put on a water and cracker diet or something like that.
Yeah, like, when I think about that, I always think about Top from Big Bang. How he, like, was a little heftier and he just, like, had to lose a lot of weight. to get
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy that, like you said, the beauty standards, and it's a lot of it's unrealistic without starving yourself or really just knocking yourself out to get these standards, which
Yeah. But I don't
I don't
think,
know.
like,
yeah.
but people don't, do they make comments? I don't know if you guys heard it, but, like, do you guys ever hear comments about their weight or their looks? Like, oh, they look a little bit bigger. Because I know in America, we, like, in society, like, people would say something. But I've never.
Oh no, people definitely do. I think back then, well, I don't know how long ago, but Wendy from Red Velvet, when she gained a little bit of weight, there were like a bunch of comments, and there's like videos and photos on social media of them comparing her from her last album versus the new
Oh,
album.
yeah.
There's always stuff like
Uh-huh.
that, and people analyzing like, oh, did this idol get plastic surgery again? Like, did they do something to their nose? So they
Yeah, it goes both ways. The fans are intensely for you, but they can turn on you too. The fans are pretty
Yeah.
intense.
They
Yeah.
psychoanalyze everything.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, so
definitely.
I think you'd have to be a strong individual. Just you have a good support system, I would think, because the criticism.
Oh no, definitely. There are a good amount of people in K-pop who've left it because of the
Oh, yeah.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah, and also a lot of people have committed
Yeah, I wanted to
suicide
mention that
because of
too, but
it.
I didn't know if I was like, that's why I said left.
No, I think it's definitely an important part of
Mhm,
K-pop to
yeah.
address, because the standards are held so high and everyone's looking up to them. But then I think not just in Korea in general, but Asians in general, we don't really talk about mental health and therapy and whatnot. So
Yeah, no, it is tough. I would think. I mean, I'm not a K-pop trainee, but I would think, the criticisms, just the standard beauty-wise and just personality-wise, like that thing came out with Irene from Red Velvet where she was yelling that apparently or evidently she was yelling at one of the hairstylists or makeup people, and she's just difficult. And she got flamed. She got flamed pretty bad. You know, like a lot of people were like, boycott this. Don't listen to Red Velvet ever again. Cancel Irene. You know, like there's all this stuff. And I don't know Irene, and I don't know what actually happened. But it's just, I would think it's just.
And everyone has their off days, right?
And you're under the microscope.
We're not perfect, and they're not either.
Yeah, most of us, when we mess up or we yell at someone, usually there's not a million people watching.
Yeah.
Unless this podcast blows up and, you know, we get millions and millions of viewers or listeners, but yeah.
I mean, we have two socialized, amazing people here.
I know.
The amazing florist. I swear she's maybe Instagram famous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Curtis.
No, but and the amazing Nathan Wen,
Oh,
one and
thank
only
you. Stop.
up and coming pharmacist. Ladies
We don't
and
usually do
gentlemen.
last names, but maybe we should. Do we need to do a last name with Nathan? Is he?
Oh.
No, people will know.
He's
People will
big
know. It's
enough.
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, you got one for us here. Another pick, anything.
Oh yeah. A group. I mean, like that we haven't talked about that I think could use some recognition. Is 2 p.m. J Park. I mean, I know J Park can be a little problematic, and has some a little gossip drama around him, but you know it's still nice, you know. So I don't know about you guys if you guys know, but J Park had a blog before. He got kicked out of 2 p.m. For saying things when he was younger, saying I don't like Korea, I want to leave. So people found his blog and there's backlash around it. But he's still up and coming, making new music, and he like brings in like dance groups around, which I think is really cool. One of his like not current song, but like a little recent, All I Want to Do with J Park, is pretty good.
어떻게 내 맘에 네가 들어오려 해 쉽게 빠질까봐 위험해 보여 조심하려 할 때 움직여지지 않아 날 보는 내 시선이 내 몸을 감아 하나로 아껴 너무나
In fact, if you like when I was trying to pick a name for a podcast, you know, this one came up, Infatuation came up. But if you Google Infatuation, this podcast will probably come up. But before this podcast, if you Googled Infatuation, J Park would come up. Because someone set up kind of like my Infatuation page, and it was a J Park kind of tribute.
I mean, you can see why people like him if you saw the.
Yeah, he's popular with the high school girls that I work with.
And he has his own label and everything now too.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So yeah, a lot of these folks are entrepreneurs as well.
I think that's great that they're like doing stuff outside of it.
Yeah, I mean, G Dragon has a lot of stuff going
Yeah,
on. Right?
and they're slowly trying to break the big three, you know, YG, JYPSM, and have smaller labels be able to blow up too.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened with BTS, right? Weren't they a small label?
Yes, big hit.
I think that's why they have so much freedom of what they want to do too.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the underdogs at one point, right? They were like, oh, the little label.
Yeah.
You know, one
I mean,
band.
yeah. I mean, Flores said they started in 2013. They didn't get big until like 2017, 2018.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like big. Sorry, because like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just didn't-
But they put in the work.
Good for them.
Sometimes you got to work.
Yep.
I'm going to throw out. Well, we talked about Zico a little bit. He's more rap. You know, he's not really K-pop, but he's more rap. But he's super talented, I think. And I like his collabs with. He did one with Dawn. He did one with Rain and with IU.
Oh yeah,
we talked
yeah.
about.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, and I found him doing the Any Song Challenge. You know, he did one with Chung that was really cute, and Hwasa.
왜들 그리 다운돼 있어 뭐가 문제야 say something 분위기가 겁나 싸해 요새 이런 게 유행인가 왜들 그리 재미없어 아 그건 나도 마찬가지 Tell me what I got to do 급한 대로 블루투스 켜 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무거나 신나는 걸로 아무렇게나 춤춰 아무렇지 않아 보이게 아무 생각하기 싫어 아무개로 살래 잠시 I'm sick and tired of my everyday Keep it up 한 것도 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무렴 어때 so boring
The other band I wanted to mention that we haven't talked about is Mamamoo.
Oh, yes, yes.
Which I think each of them said, and they're different. I think they're different because each of them said that at one point in their career, someone told them you'll never make it, based on, your looks, your physical appearance or something. And yet they made this band together, a 4-person group, and their voices are, I was we were talking before a little bit about how, certain bands, there are certain groups, their vocals aren't amazing, but Mamamoo, they can all sing. Well, 3 of them are really good singers and one's a really good rapper. And I heard them on, have you ever heard of DM Killing Voice? So they sang basically live, they're just in a studio, but they're just being recorded just with a microphone.
Oh, I do know where you're talking about.
They are so good, on this one.
Yeah, Dingo.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Or like the company, I think it's called Dingo Music.
Yeah.
That's just what I know.
Oh, so I call it DM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But they just sing one song after another, not even the whole song, just like snippets.
둘, 셋, 아싸, 마마무. 안녕하세요, 마마무입니다. 네, 여러분, 저희가 킬링 보이스로 돌아왔습니다. Drop the beat. 너나 해. You, me, song, let's go. 너의 위선 네 주에 맴돌지 그렇다고 네가 태양은 아니니 너의 멋대로 중심이 돼제 멋대로 굴면 안 돼 어떻게 한순간에 떨림이 소리 없이 너의 두 눈을 가리니 너의 뜻대로 흘러가네 내게 상처를 주면 안돼 네 생각만 하지 그래 뭐 그게 참 당연한 듯이 어리석게 너에게만 맞춰왔던 게 날 괴롭히네 마지막까지 외롭게 할 말이 없어 go away 설명이 더 필요해 화를 내도 내 입만 아프다니까 너 멋대로만 해브라 난 언제나 너 해 넌 언제나 나 해 디아야 네 멋대로 중심이 돼넌 너만 생각해 그럴 거는 넌 나 해 디아야 네 멋대로 굴면 안 돼 멋대로만 해 그래 너가 낯선 너의 등장이 평소답지 않은 눈빛이 뭔가 느낌이 좀 수상해
So I think you can hear that they just have some vocal talent. They are definitely a force. And they're kind of doing some interesting things in the industry too. Mm-hmm. I think Hawasa's, I don't know how to say her name right, but Hawasa's personality, and she's done a lot of reality shows. Solar's done some reality stuff, and they're kind of mentoring younger groups as well. Yeah. Do you like them, Flores?
I do, yeah. I love Hwasa. And I think Solar has her own YouTube channel and everything too. So that's kind of like another benefit of a smaller company. They'll let you have your own YouTube channel, do your own thing.
Who's their label? But not one of the big 3.
No, not one of the big 3.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you like Mamamoo, Nate?
I haven't heard Mamamoo, but I have heard of Solar, and I think they're really good. She's really good.
Yeah, they're part of RBW, which is also a smaller.
But not the classic leggy supermodel looks to them. Yeah,
Hwasa's like darker skin tone compared to like most, I guess, Korean standards usually like paler skin color and skinnier. But Hwasa's on the thicker side, I would say.
She's on the normal side.
Yeah. So she's slim. She's slim thick, I would like to say.
Yeah, no, she's not chubby, but she's just a bigger girl, bigger woman.
BTOB is also a really good group in terms of just vocals. It's like I would not necessarily the male version of Mamamoo, but their vocals are also really good.
Who's it? B2B?
TOB, yeah.
I always wondered how to say that. BTOB? All right. I got a song for them that you'd recommend.
Missing You.
We could put all these song titles into a sentence. You are beautiful. I love you. Missing you. I see a theme here, Flores.
Would you like to dance?
Would you like to dance?
I think you can skip it a little bit.
That was a whole minute. A little bit.
Well,
I
I'm
think we
trying to
can
get to
skip
the
even more.
chorus.
I know. But I was like, when does the song actually start?
어느새 날 가두는 감옥이 돼 yeah. 시간은 앞으로만 가는 걸 어째 그동안 난 아무것도 이룬 것이 없네 yeah. 아직도 내 마음속에 너 너를 그리워하다 하루가 다 지났어 너를 그리워하다 1년이 가버렸어 난 그냥 그렇게 살아 너를 그리워하다 다 괜찮을 거라
Yeah, they get got a little bit of an acoustic sound to them here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I personally, I like bands that are a little smaller because you can keep track of them a little more easily.
Yeah.
No, I would agree.
Like, oh, who's singing now? And out of 13 or 17 guys, you can't tell who's singing. Right?
I think B2B is only 6 people, so it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
no, I think this is doable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the bands that are 4 to 7 people are good because you can hear their voice and you can really have a bias versus when it's 13, 20 guys, it's like
Yeah. NCT is one of those where it's so hard to keep
it's
track.
a little intense. Yeah. All right, any recs going out here? Any last minute picks you want to slip in there?
I think you mentioned a lot of the good ones.
Yeah, I think we hit a good section of K-pop. Got a couple solo artists in there. Got a wide variety of music. Mm-hmm. Any videos that are just, I mentioned twice is What Is Love, which is fun because they do a lot of movie parodies in that one. And they're kind of acting out different scenes from movies, and then Russian Roulette is really fun. Any videos that you guys like watch?
I might give it to Flores on this one because, like I said, I think I just listened to them like on Spotify or something.
Yeah.
I think one that I can think of immediately, probably BTS Black Swan.
Ooh.
That was kind of, what was that movie called? Is it Black Swan? Is that the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they did a lot of references back to Black Swan.
Oh, like ballet references?
A little bit because one of the members, Jimin, he used to do contemporary dance, so it kind of overlaps just a little bit. So he was able.
But the way they film these, cut after cut, this must take so long to film.
Yeah.
Each segment's 2 seconds long, and the costume changes. It must be like a week. All right, so I think we got most of ours in there. How are these bands live, Flores? You've been to a couple concerts. Nate, you go to concerts too. Right?
Yeah, I go to concerts, but I'm trying to think of the last Korean one I went to. Because it's like, I think one, it's like not readily available in America, and also one, it's super hard to get to tickets sometimes.
But for me, most of the concerts I've been to are K-pop. I think I've also been to American concerts. It's different. Like the overall experience. Like there's all the lights and they do a lot more stage decoration compared to American concerts typically.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, so there's a lot more behind it. But vocals are, for the most part, I won't name any groups or artists that aren't as good live, but for the most part, it still sounds like what I would hear on Spotify or something.
Do some of the smaller groups come out, or is it only the mega groups?
There's definitely been smaller groups that come out though. I just haven't been to as much. I think Winner might be a smaller one that came out recently. What else? Zico, if you consider him kind of small. Eric Nam came out to San Francisco right before the pandemic.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't go though.
Yeah, some of my students went to see Sunmi. She played over at on Van Ness, like one of the smaller venues, which I think would be really cool.
Yeah. Oh, Amber, she did a small show, I think, at Warfield, and then she also went to a club and performed there afterwards.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah. Dean, I think Dean also, it was also a club performance, so that was cool.
Yeah, because I mean, some of the big groups, like, what'd you pay for your BlackPink tickets? That's 100 something.
100 something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you had to go to LA.
Yeah, 100 something is considered
That's normal.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen clips of BlackPink's show. That would be a fun one, I think, to go to if you knew their songs. And
I think KCON is also a good one to go to. It's a little bit more expensive because it's a few days, but if you just choose one day to go to, I think that's only like, not only, but that's 100-ish.
That's not bad.
And yeah, and you get to see multiple groups
Yeah.
and different artists in the same night. So
yeah,
that's
that'd
also
be fun.
fun.
And then we'll probably see more at Coachella or some of the other big
I'm
festivals.
hoping to see more K-pop artists in Coachella. I think that's really amazing.
Yeah. I think Big Bang was supposed to be at Coachella, but who knows?
They were in 2020. They were supposed to be in Coachella.
Wow, that's a big deal. I think that's a big deal for them to come to play these concerts that aren't known for Asian pop, but seeing these K-pop bands breaking into that scene on the main stage too. They weren't like the side stage. They were the headliners that night, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, I think we did justice to the topic. You think we got most of the names that people need to know out there? There's always more. We could have got.
There's always more, 100%.
100%. There's always more to talk about, but there's a little teaser, a little warm up if you're interested in K-pop. Again, we gave you some lists. I'll try to list out some of the bands that we mentioned and maybe link to their YouTube videos or something. Thank you to my guests. Thank you, Floris. Get back to studying.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, it's my pleasure. We'll see you one of these days. Maybe you and Nate. Nate also is in grad school, so get back to your pharmacy studies. Fun fact, you guys were the last family gathering that I had been to. Do you remember February 2020? We were having Chinese New Year's dinner together, and we were talking about people hoarding rice and toilet paper over at your mom's house.
I assumed it was at my house, yeah.
And we were just there. We were like, oh, well, this thing go away anytime soon. And then next thing you know, that was the last family gathering. Well, big one. We've been to some little gatherings here and there, but yeah, that was the last big one. But hopefully soon. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Yeah. But thanks for coming by. Thanks everyone out there for listening. As always, you can write to us at infatuationpodcasts@gmail.com. You can follow us at Instagram at The Infatuation Podcast. I'll put all those details in the show notes. More episodes coming soon. We're getting back together with my friends Nadira and Jennifer. We're going to talk some more K-dramas soon. Some new stuff coming out. But yeah, if you want to know what's coming up in the Infatuation Podcast, make sure you follow us on Instagram, or you can always subscribe to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, all those places. But until then, until the next time you guys listen to us, on behalf of Nathan, Floris, and myself, we hope you are all happy, healthy, and safe out there. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Make me feel special. 세상에 아무리 날 주저앉아도 아픈 말들이 날 질러도 네가 있어. Yeah, you make me your boy with love. Oh my you got me high so fast. 내 전부 함께 하고 싶어. Oh, let's kill this love. Yeah. Ram pa 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 pa.
날 부르는